Hi there! In this video, we'll look at the steps for reporting stolen devices to the Absolute Investigations team. Have you checked out these resources? They'll provide you with the context you need in addressing stolen devices. Let's get started. Before you file a theft report with Absolute, there are a few things you should consider. First, decide whether or not you're willing to prosecute the perpetrator. If you are, immediately report the theft to your local law enforcement agency. Their involvement is necessary in recovering the device and in legal proceedings. Also, the investigations team only tracks devices that have been taken in a crime. When you report the theft to the police, they'll verify that the incident you're reporting is a criminal offense and will issue a police file number. Using the police file number, take immediate action and submit a theft report to the investigations team. Also, do not freeze stolen devices. You won't be able to submit theft reports for devices with freeze requests. To identify the person who has the device, Absolute needs the person to be able to access it, which is not possible when the device is frozen. If you're concerned about protecting sensitive data, consider using a custom data delete to target areas on the device where you know that data is being stored. Do not perform a full data delete. This can impede on the investigation. Ensure that you submit your custom data delete request before you file a theft report, as you won't be able to do so on an open investigation. Lastly, if service guarantee is applicable to your stolen device, you must meet the eligibility criteria to qualify. This includes filing a theft report within 14 days of when the device was first determined to be stolen, and providing a copy of the police report within 30 days of your theft report submission. Now, before we head into the console, let's set up a scenario that we can follow along with. Let's say I manage my organization's devices through the Absolute console, and one of my users have left their device in a locked vehicle. When they returned shortly, a window was shattered and their device was gone. The user has reported the crime to the local law enforcement agency, and I have been notified of the situation. I've obtained a police file number. I've also obtained a copy of the police report. Doing so will help me later on when I fill out the information requested in the theft report. Also, as a Resilience Education customer, I'll need the police report as part of service guarantee eligibility. I'm ready to head into the console to file a theft report. Before we start, note that at minimum, you will need to be assigned guest user permissions. Here we are, and I'm looking at all my devices in the Asset section. The first step is to find and select the stolen device in the console. I'll search for it using serial number. I can also search by username, device name, and more. There's the device. I'll go ahead and select it. Next, I'll expand this menu and choose this option. In the dialog, I'll choose this option since it's a stolen device. The device I selected earlier is listed here. To save time, I'll use the magic of video to fill out all the fields. Before we discuss each section on the page, I'd like to point out that you should fill out as much information as you can. This will give you the best possible chance of getting your device back. A copy of the police report will help you with many of the fields. Let's take a closer look at the police report section. This section asks for information about the local law enforcement agency and the police report. I've included the police file number, name of the investigating officer, and more. I have a copy of the police report and have uploaded it here. If you don't have one and obtain a copy later, you can upload it then. Under Incident Details, I provided information about the user. As well, I've provided a summary of the incident and any additional details that aren't in the police report, like the last known location of the device. In the next section, specify the contacts that the investigations team should keep updated. my information is included here. By default, those in my investigations reports contact list are included as additional contacts. I can, however, also include anyone beyond that list with this option. I'm almost ready to submit my theft report. I'll confirm that the device reported is part of a criminal theft and that I'm willing to prosecute. I'll also consent to Absolute, installing additional software on the stolen device as part of the investigation process. Let's continue on. Here's a confirmation that my stolen device has been added to the reported stolen view. I'll also receive a confirmation email that the investigations team has received my theft report. While the investigations team and the police work to retrieve the device, I can check this view for updates. If there are changes to the case or if the investigator needs more information, they will contact me. Here's the device I've reported stolen. It's currently being investigated. Over here, I can see the investigator working on my case, and if I have additional information or need to reach out, their email address is provided. Through this link, I can clone a theft report for when multiple devices are stolen in a single incident. Cloning creates a copy of the theft report and includes the attached police report. I can modify the information to specify the other stolen device in the incident and submit it to the investigations team. It's also through this link that I can upload a police report if I obtain one after submitting the theft report. And because I have a resilience education license, I can see the service guarantee status here. And that's how you file a theft report and check the status of the investigation. To get more out of your console, check out the other resources. Thanks for stopping by.